Okay guys, we're going to do some of the hardest problems on lesson 47 homework today. Remember today's lesson was all about how multiplication and division are kind of related to each other. If you know that 7 times 4 is 28, you know that 28 divided by 4 is 7. So we're going to start with number 3 because a lot of us have been missing these types of problem on homework. Number 3 says, what is the sum of the decimal numbers 2 and 3/10? I need to turn my paper around here. 2 and 3/10. Tenths is the first place after the decimal. And we're adding 8 and 9/10. And we're finding the sum. 9 plus 3 is 12. Carry your 1. Bring down your decimal. 8 and 2 is equal to 10. Plus 1 more equals 11. Our answer is 11 and 2/10. That's how I want you to read that. Not 11.2 or 11.2. It's 11 and 2/10. Number 4, I will not be doing for you. Today, I want you to solve the problems as I explain them. So pause and do number 3, and then unpause and do number 4 and go in order. I think some of you are forgetting when I explain and then you don't go back and solve that problem, so I want you to follow along with me today. On number 4, they want you to use digits to write an even number greater than 8,420. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. So I'm going to make spaces for 4 digits. And it has to be an even number. So we know that 1 and 5 cannot go in the ones place. Only 6 or 8 can. But this 8 has a different job. It has to create a number larger than 8,400. So we know that 8 must go here. I'm going to leave the rest up to you. Should be very easy from here. I want you to create an even number greater than this. Number 5. I'm sorry if you can hear my laundry and dishes going. Miss G has to wear clean clothes to work. But we're on number 5 now. Compare 1 and 1/2 to 1 and 75/100. This is really easy if you think about money. Is 1 and 1/2 $1 larger? Or is $1.75 larger? We know $1.50 is equal to $1.50. So $1.50 is less than 1.75, which we would read this without a dollar sign. We would say 1 and 75/100. And then they ask us to use words to write the number that is greater. So we're going to use words to write 1 and 70 5/100 with a TH. One and 75/100. Number 6. Carlos will use square floor tiles that measure 1 foot on each side to cover a hallway that is 8 feet long and 4 feet wide. So I've drawn this out on a whiteboard for you. He has a room that is 8 feet long and 4 feet wide, and each one of these is a tile. I I've never gone into a room that just has tile around the edges. There's going to be tile all in that room. It is the area. So when you find the area, you multiply, and that would give you your answer. You could also count these squares to find that answer, but we're a little bit too old for that. So 8 times 4 is equal to what? And remember to put a label on this problem. I want you to pause and solve that right now. Number 7, I will not be solving for you, but I will explain it so you can pause and solve it. Number 7 says, to what number is the arrow pointing? I will tell you that it is counting by 2s, and it will be a negative number. On number 8, I will solve this one for you. 5 dimes are what fraction of a dollar? They've already given us part of the answer right here. They've given us the numerator, the top, because we have 5. Out of how many make a dollar? How many dimes would make a dollar? 5 we have out of 10 dimes equal a dollar. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 cents is $1. B, use a dollar sign and a decimal point to write the value of 5 dimes. So don't forget your dollar sign. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Dollar sign, we have no whole dollars. And 5 dimes is equal to 50 cents. 5 tens is equal to 50. Okay. You can pause and solve these that I haven't talked about. You're going to need a ruler for number 9. And you're going to need to remember on number 10 that perpendicular is like this. Round to the nearest hundred on number 11. I have some people forgetting what to do with the numbers in front of the rounded place value, so we're going to talk about that a little bit on number 11. It says 3,296 to start with. $3,296. You're only rounding to the nearest hundred. Your answer here is not going to be 200 or 300. It's going to be either 3,200 if you think 9 causes 2 to stay the same, or the answer will be 3,300. I'm going to let you decide which one it is. But remember, the places in front of the rounded place value stay the same, and only the places after become zeros. Alright, number 13. 95 minus, and we have parentheses here, so we need to solve that first. And remember, I like to do it one step at a time and rewrite so I don't forget any steps. 95 minus 7 times the square root of 64, that is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 95 minus 7 times 8 is 56. And now I'm going to subtract these. I'm going to stack and subtract them. If you have $5 in your pocket, you cannot take $6 out of it. You cannot take 6 from 5. So I have to borrow. 9 becomes an 8. 5 becomes 15 minus 6. That is equal to 9. And 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So the answer is 39. And I want you to circle that and make sure it's written in a place where I can see it easily. Number 14. So, lots of people miss this one on the test. I want to do this one for you because it was not very difficult, and you're going to be really mad whenever you see what you did wrong. So I have $2.53, and remember to write neatly and use your decimal point. I also have 45 cents. They wrote that with a cent sign, but I want to write that with a decimal point. Everything in this problem should have a decimal point. And then I have $3. On the test, most people wrote the 3 right here in the pennies column, in the ones. But the 3 is equal to $3. So you need to put 2 zeros and a decimal point with it, and then solve. So this is an addition problem. And I'm going to let you solve that. Pause it and solve it now. Whenever you go back, sometimes you see there's something written here and you skip it, and then you get this problem wrong, even though it was almost done for you. So pause it and solve it, and then move on to number 15. On number 15, I'm not going to solve this for you, but I will tell you this is an addition problem. We are subtracting and we are missing the amount that we had all together to start with. So remember, that is addition. On the back, I don't see any reason why you can't do any of these problems. We talked about division today. If you know what times 4 is equal to 28, you know the answer to this problem. 28 divided by 4, 42 divided by 7. You know the answers to these because you know your multiplication facts. Down here, remember, parentheses come first. Okay? And on number 30, they want you to round and find the difference. If you only round, you will still miss this problem. They want you to round and subtract. Okay, if you have any questions, be sure to ask.